all of us have been following with concern the military attacks in the Islamic Republic of Iran and in the Middle East. The agency immediately responded in accordance with our mandate by focusing on possible radiological emergencies derived from the military operations. The IAEA's Incident and Emergency Center is in operation with a dedicated team collecting information and assessing the situation while bearing in mind limitations in communications caused by the situation. The Regional Safety Monitoring Network has been put on alert and is liaising with us continuously. So far, no elevation of radiation levels above the usual background levels has been detected in countries bordering Iran. Regarding the status of the nuclear installations in Iran, up to now, we have no indication that any of the nuclear installations, including the Bushehr nuclear power plant, the Tehran research reactor, or other nuclear fuel cycle facilities have been damaged or hit. Efforts to contact the Iranian nuclear regulatory authorities through the IEC continue with no response so far. We hope this indispensable channel of communication can be re-established as soon as possible. The IAEA has extensive knowledge of the nature and location of nuclear and radiological material in the region, and we have clear guidance for actions necessary in case of an attack or an accident causing a radiological release, as well as the ability for hands-on help if it is required. Let me underline that the situation today is very concerning. We cannot rule out a possible radiological release with serious consequences, including the necessity to evacuate areas as large or larger than major cities. Of course, another important area of great concern is Ukraine. And you have our reports in front of you, as well as the updates that we are constantly presenting for your consideration and evaluation. One important element is that we have been able, in conjunction with the Ukrainian and Russian relevant authorities, we have been able to agree on a fifth ceasefire, which is extremely important because this is allowing us already to perform the repairs on the Ferovsplavna line, the 330 kilowatt line, which is one of the two main remaining lines that are ensuring the safety of the operations at cold shutdown of the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant. So I thank both Russia and Ukraine for their constructive participation and allowing this to proceed, in spite, of course, of the ongoing nature of the conflict, which we all regret, but this is another matter and another discussion. I want to also say that we continue to evaluate the stress on the Ukrainian grid within the specific context and parameters of nuclear safety, as this has a bearing on the normal operation of the 3 remaining nuclear power plants, which of course are providing Ukraine with most of the energy it is using at this point. Next month, in terms of nuclear safety, will mark the 40th anniversary of the Chernobyl accident. I expect to be there with the Ukrainian authorities. Probably President Zelensky will be there. As you know, as a result of the war, the new safety containment, which was built at great effort and at great expense, is damaged, and so the isolation capacity that this should have has also suffered, which means that important repairs will have to be done. We are already working with the European Bank for Reconstruction and Development, the EBRD, to ensure that this is going to happen at the shortest possible delay. Our assessment of what the situation was and is when it comes to the Iranian nuclear program is very clear and has been in my reports throughout. So this is my evaluation. It's an evaluation that is based on the fact that Iran has a very big, ambitious nuclear program, that we do not have the accesses that we should have. At the same time, I said it last year, before the June 12-day war, we don't see a structured program to manufacture nuclear weapons. So that is the assessment of the agency. Then, of course, countries have either other information or political considerations, which are not for me to validate, as I said, or invalidate.